Alright, hey guys, today I'm doing advanced triangle effects in After Effects. Yep, it's amazing, and it's gonna be amazing. So basically, using the preset that I developed earlier, which was the triangle glass preset, glass triangle preset, or something like that, I did some advanced effects with it, just cool things you can do with the preset. So an example of what we're gonna be doing is, we're gonna put characters inside of triangles, and we're also going to um, do a cool triangle wave effect. So, let's do it. Let's get to this tutorial. I just want to say I have a little bit of a sore throat, so I might not talk as much in this tutorial, but we're still going to learn some pretty cool effects. Yeah. So here's an example of what it might look when we're done, when we put a character inside a triangle using the preset. And if you don't already have the preset, then Um, I'll leave the link in the description, so feel free to download it. It is a really useful tool to have, so um, yeah. So download that before you do this. Watch this video. Actually, you can watch this video before. It doesn't matter. You know, whatever floats your boat, whatever, whatever you need, man. Okay, so let's start by dragging in our image into After Effects. I'm gonna drop it in like that. So we have our image, and my tool got messed up. It used to be up here, and then it got dragged away, and now it's stuck like this. I don't know how to put it back. It needs to go like right there. Anyway, I'll figure it out later. For now, let's focus on the tutorial. So I'm going to start with our pen tool, and we're going to create a triangle mask around the character or footage or image or whatever you're using. I want to create a triangle. So you might want to try to keep the sides a little bit even, because it'll make it a bit easier later on. But it doesn't really matter. I think the most important thing is just getting your character inside the image. You don't need that. Sure, that looks good. That looks perfect. But there might be some problems you might run into. So let's say you have your clip and it's really big, and when you try to get a triangle, you only get like this person's arm, which is really small. What the heck? And purple hair, I guess. And you're like, I can't fit all of this in. What do I do? I got the solution, guys. Delete that mask you made. Grab your image, scale it down all the way, because smaller is always better. And when it is super small, then you have your solution, because you can okay, what? This is like the exact same size it was before. I thought I just made it small. Perfect. When it's really small, you can fit everything into your mask. So like right now I have the full character. And then after you can just scale it up like that. And it's perfect. So I think it's always better just to scale it down. If you're having trouble fitting your character or whatever you want inside the triangle, just scale it down and create a mask around it. Yeah. Oh, what am I doing? I made a mistake. But anyway, let's go right back to the first mask that we created before we did all that. Perfect. Boop. What am I doing? Okay, so we have our triangle. Now we're going to add the edges and make it more 3D. So to do this, we're going to need 2 adjustment layers. So create one and then duplicate it if you want. Oops. To duplicate, just Control D, I believe. I believe it's Control D. Anyway, then in our effects and presets, search triangle. And under there, you should have the triangle preset with the triangle main, triangle dark, triangle light side, all that stuff. So I'm going to start by dragging dark into one of them and triangle edge light into the other. And then we're actually going to create a new solid. Just so that we can see this better, I recommend you do this also. This will let us see the triangle better and make it easier to align them after. So, we have our triangles. We have the edges for them. Now we just need to line them up. So this is where it takes just a little bit extra time, but it shouldn't take too long. Let's see how fast we can do this. First, we position it, and maybe we'll rotate it a bit and position it a little more and pull it up and move it over. Perfect. Nah, I'm kidding. Still a little bit we have to do. So you see how it doesn't line up perfectly? The rotation is off by a bit. So 50-50 chance. Is it higher or lower? Because I never have any idea. Let's try 94 first. Let's go with 94. Oh, wrong direction. I think we're gonna have to go with 92. What? Oh, oops. 92, not 2. Oh, that was good. Okay. It's like a balancing beam act. It's 92.5. The edge. I'm kidding. Canadian radio stations. Okay, so that's pretty good. The scale will most likely in your case not line up. So sometimes if it's too small, you need to scale up your adjustment layer and then you can fit more in. But if most of the time it might be too big, just grab your adjustment layer, hit M to open mask, select your mask, go up to the top, gonna highlight that and pull it down, stop it right there in the corner. And this triangle actually goes flat across, so I'm actually going to mask, please. Move this up just to line up, and this now. Okay, what? I did not do that. Come on, computer. Come on, just a little bit down. Perfect. Okay, so that side's matched up. This side actually matched up pretty well, but let's just see. Wow, that's almost perfect. You just need to move you the smallest bit that way. Okay. And we're done. So I suggest moving your dark side up to the top. And that just makes it easier because your light one will go underneath the dark one and hide a little bit. So next we have our light side, and we can either line it up to the top or this side, but it seems the closer one is the top, so I'm going to line it up there. It looks basically flat across. I'm going to open scale, position, rotation. You just have to open one of them by hitting maybe S, then hit Shift P and Shift R to open multiple other ones. And that's how you do it. So rotation is basically flat. What am I doing? And then we're gonna position across, position up. So we see this one's a lot bigger. Actually, only a little bit bigger. Position it down a little bit. Perfect. So that one was a lot easier because it was basically flat across. And the other one was a bit different. So you know what's the right way when you have it going out like that? So it should match the triangle going out like that in a corner of a triangle. And same with this side, how it goes out, and this is going to go out. That's how you know it's facing the right way, or else you have to do a full 180 rotation and then try one more time. So this needs to go down, 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 down. Just a bit too much. I'm actually going to look at here for a reference, and we just need to go the smallest bit up. So where's the position? This one. 156.9. Wrong direction. Darn it. 1, 5, 6. Hey, we got it. We got this. This is too easy. And then the final step, as you know, we're just going to hit M, select our mask, highlight this side, pull it in, and then once it's lined up, you can let it go. And there we have it. We have our triangle, and now it looks a lot better. It has a more 3D look to it. And yeah, so looks pretty good so far. Some things to make it look better is in triangle main, I know I had a light sweep. Right now we don't have that. So in orange solid or any random layer you have open, you can throw in your triangle main, go down and find CC light sweep, copy it, Control C, Command C, I don't know which one, oops. And then we just paste it in here. CC light sweep. And let's preview it. Oops. Let's see. So we have the light sweep, and in some cases your triangle might not be in the same position, so in that case all you have to do is move your center location. Like right now it's right here. You could always move it across so your center location is like here or here, and just control it like that. So anyway, we have the light sweep going through, and we have the character in the triangle. Some other things to add, maybe it's just drop shadow if you want. So how about we do that? Right click. Drop shadow. So if you do have the Sapphire plugins, drop shadow looks pretty cool. It adds a shadow effect sometimes. And then just bring up the blur a bit. Okay, so now we have a triangle. Now it gets the depth to it. Now it looks really nice. One more thing. Come on, let's do it. I just need to remember what it was. Well, okay, I got it. So, you might need to add some color correction. So, one of the good ones is just looks, magic bullet looks. That one's really easy to use. So you can always throw color correction in there if you want. And the final thing to end it off is let's just add some rotation. Let's just add some rotation when this thing ends. Let's add some rotation. Too much rotation. I already know it's too much rotation. I know. What if I just put it to like 7? If I just put it to 7, what if I just put it barely rotating? Perfect. So we have our character in the triangle with the light sweep, and this is how you create the effect. I know someone asked me, like in this other video that I made. Whoops, 1 second. Yeah. So in here, I know I put someone in triangle. Well, I don't remember where I put it. Let's see. We're looking for something with the thing. You know, it's basically, I know I called it like new style. Okay, it's on. Okay. Well, maybe no preview, but you guys understand. If you watch my AMVs, then you'd know that I put some characters in triangles, and this is how I did it. So if you were wondering, that's how we do that effect. Let's quickly move on to the next one. Come on. Oh, oops. Those are all the bad ones. Shh. No bad ones. What am I doing? Yeah. I need to get out of here. Okay, so we created our triangle using the preset, and we've placed our character inside the triangle, which is a cool effect, but now we're going to do another cool effect. And this, it's actually really simple, but it looks cool, and I know there's hardly anyone. Oh, okay, we got to use this picture now. No question about it. We gotta do it, guys. Right now I'm watching this really funny show about this guy, and he gets cursed by a mermaid. No, he sees a mermaid, and basically when you see a mermaid, it's not this one, but a different one. Basically when you see a mermaid, either you or the mermaid has to die. So then he ends up getting engaged to the mermaid so that they don't have to die, and then it's just funny. But anyway, I like that show. It's funny. Yeah, it's a good show. Okay, back on topic. Just kind of follow along with what I'm doing. We're gonna need a couple of adjustment layers. So let's say like 4. And the only preset we're gonna need is triangle main. Actually, we don't need these 4. Only start with 1. Only start with 1. So to do this triangle wave effect, which actually looks really cool, and I know there's hardly anyone who does this effect because I only did it like once in an AMV, and I think I was the first one to ever do this effect or something, but I know there's not a lot of people who do this effect. But what you have to do, okay, not that much, is scale up, okay, drop. I was distracted by that anime show. Okay, back on topic. What you do is you have your clip and you want to add this effect. So start by creating one adjustment layer and dropping triangle main into that adjustment layer. And then after that, position it up like so. And rotate it a bit. So when you're rotating it, we want to have this side match up with this corner, sort of in this cone shape. Let me just rotate it. And I'm actually going to position it over. Position it up and over. Okay, perfect. So all I was trying to do is make sure that none of these edges were showing, or else it would look bad. We just have this side kind of blurred, like that. So we have that done. Now we're going to duplicate. And this time we're going to grab the position and we're just going to move it over like this. And I know people might call it's sort of like a parallax effect. I don't know. I don't really know what parallax even stands for, but you know, whatever you think it is, I think it's just some weird triangle random effect, but we're just going to move the position so it overlaps twice. Then we're going to duplicate. We're going to hit position. The same distance as we did before. Want to line it up. Let's do one more for I don't know what reason, but just one more. Perfect. So we have these. So what ends up happening is curves is going to stack on top and it gets really bad. So only leave curves in the first one and get rid of curves in all these other ones. We don't need it. We don't need this thing called curves. Only in this one. Also, the blur can get a little bit bad, and you can always get rid of the blur in a couple of them. Say there's too much blur when you get near the end. You just want to get rid of some of the blur. That's alright. It's alright to do that. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we have this sort of stacked reflective layer here. And now all we really have to do is parent all of them to the first one, like this. 1, 2, 3. And now this one's just going to control them all. And we can just keyframe position like this. Go down a little bit. Keyframe position like this. And you may also want to shut off light sweep on all of them, because that can also... Actually, you know, sometimes the light sweep looks good. Let's see how it looks in this one. So anyway, it's this cool parallax effect with these glass triangles going across like this. That's how the effect works. And It looks a bit weird because there's nothing happening in this image, so I'm actually going to replace this with an actual AMV, and you can see what I'm talking about. I'll actually use this one. Yeah, lit. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Let's use this one. Yeah, not this. This is not right. This is no good. So, let's say right here at this part, I want to do this effect. Right here. We have these lines going back, and it is a cool effect. It does look nice. I do think it looks good, and you can always do it on both sides if you want, because once you have one side set up, what you do is slide all these, duplicate them. Let's just say we pull them all to the bottom. I want to pull you all to the bottom, so I know what you are. And how about we take all of them and make them a good color? Let's make them sandstone. Oh, I said good color, and then I chose sandstone. What am I doing? What am I trying to accomplish here? Good color, sandstone. It's not even a possibility. And then all we have to do is move, like, okay, first let me get rid of all this. This is too much. There's just too much going on right now. Let me shut this off. Okay, basically, we're gonna move it over. Okay, no. I'm gonna rotate it back. Which side did I have lined up? Let me turn this on for a second. Okay. That didn't answer my question, but okay. 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me turn this on. I'd like to see how this works. I had the triangle like this, right? Right now, how is this triangle? What side did I have lined up? Hard reset, guys. Hard reset. I know what I'm doing. This rotation is just messing me up because this is here. This should not be here. Why is this here? Can I move this? Oh wait, what? I can just move them. Okay, this is so much easier. Yeah, just grab it and move it, guys, because otherwise you're gonna get bamboozled. You're gonna get, I don't even know. It's gonna trick you. You're gonna be like, what just happened? Yeah, dragging it's so much easier. You can always do it on both sides like this. Let's see how this one looks. This. I think that's pretty much similar. It might be a bit more actually. Let me move you over a bit. A bit too much. Just like that. Okay, that looks good. So it's the same thing. We're gonna keyframe position now. And I got a little confused there, but now I understand. Now I understand. And I hope you guys understand too. So basically, we're trying to replicate this effect on this side, and we're going to move it over here to this side so we can have it going on at both sides at the same time. That's what we were trying to do. And so this is how you create this sort of parallax sort of it's made out of the same glass triangle. Why is that playing from the oh, okay, I understand. I'm still understanding, guys. How about I just give you a quick preview of how it looks when you're done? You know how okay, so look right here. Wait, is this actually what? Didn't I actually do that? No. No, it's not. I'm going to show you the actual video. You'll understand. 1 second. Oh, my headphones just exploded. So if you look right here in this scene, you see that I did the effect. You can see it. And that's how you create that sort of triangle parallax sliding effect. And it does look cool because like right now I was confused. I was wondering if I actually put this in the AMV because it would look really nice if it was here because of all the reflections and stuff. But that's how you create the effect. That is the weird wave triangle effect. Hopefully you understood how I did it. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I'm sorry if I was a bit confusing. I'm a little bit sick right now. And I don't really know what's going on, but anyway, if you learned something from this tutorial, that's amazing.